Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we go ahead and get started, I just gotta say thank God for another day and another opportunity. Now, as y'all can see, I'm gonna be showing y'all the CATFISH 3-point shot creator build with slashing takeover on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. Now with this build, we're getting pro dribble moves, contact dunks, and we do have the potential of a 100 plus driving dunk, 3-pointer, ball handle, as well as our steal. Now today we're going to go ahead and make this build at the height of 6'3", and you do have the potential to get up to 80 plus badges. Now again, look, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications if you want to be a part of the rich family. And I would appreciate it if everybody went ahead and smashed that like button. But be sure to go ahead and comment down TG for thank God, as well as where you're tuning in from watching today. And I most definitely will be hitting y'all back with a response. Now, as y'all can see, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of this build. So we're going to get started by putting it under the point guard position. Now, I know that you can make it out of the small forward and even shooting guard, but today the point is going to be the best way to go about it. So when it comes down to the body settings, I'm going to go with the height of 6'3", 203 for the weight with a wingspan of 6'9". Now for the body shape, I normally go with built or burly, just so that way I'm able to take up the most space on the defensive end. But from here, we're going to be all set to go to get started. Now let's go ahead and get into the physicals. So with the speed, I'm going to go 80, 90 acceleration, 75 vertical with a 90 stamina. Now if you want to make adjustments towards your physicals, you can do so, but I'm telling y'all, this is definitely going to be the best way that you can go about it, especially from a comp perspective. Now for example, if you want to get higher on the speed or even the vertical and strength, that's another way that you can go about this build making, but today we're going to go ahead and leave it like this. Now from here, let's go ahead and check out the shooting. So for the mid-range shot, I'm going to go 77, 92 3-pointer with an 80 free throw. Now we get 23 badges, and as you can see, the main badges that I'm looking at, we get guard up on Hall of Fame, Midi Magician with Volume Shooter, and then we're also able to get Amped, Green Machine, and Space Creator. And then for Tier 3, I like the fact that we get every single badge here on gold. Now that's going to wrap it up with the shooting. I'm going to go ahead and take it into the finishing. So we get 15 badges, and as you can see, I went with a 51 close shot, driving layup of a 75 with an 86 driving dunk. Now we get Giant Slayer on gold, also Aerial Wizard. Then when it comes down to Tier 2, Fearless Finisher, Pro Touch. And then for Tier 3, look, we get Posterizer and Slithery. Then we also do get gold, Limitless Takeoff. Now if you do add the extra badges towards this area from my career, you're definitely going to be able to get 2 of the 3 badges from this area. But I'm just going to go ahead and say right now, this is going to be one of the best CATFISH 3-point shot creator builds that I've honestly seen this year. And I've actually seen this build made differently, especially with adding more to the defense. But I would go ahead and say this is going to be the best offensive version of this build. Now with the playmaking, let's go ahead and get started with this area. Now for the pass accuracy, I'm going to go 80, 89 ball handle with a 79 speed with ball. Now we get 22 badges, and look, the main badges that I'm looking at, Hall of Fame ankle breaker. Now we're also able to get vice grip on gold, quick first step on Hall of Fame, unpluckable and hyperdrive both on gold as well. Then we do get clamp breaker, killer combos, and then handles for days on silver. Now with these 22 badges, I feel like we're going to be able to equip everything that we need. As far as when it comes down to the defensive end, let's get into building this together. So with the perimeter, I'm going to go with the 79. Now when it comes down to the steal, put this to a 95, and right there we get 20 badges. Now look, we get box up beast steal, rebound chaser, and then chase down artist. And then for Tier 2, we're able to get ankle braces. And then for Tier 3, Challenger, Glove, Interceptor, and Clamps. And I think this is going to be one of the best all-around builds, especially out of the point guard position. Now, if you're looking for a Season 3 build that you're looking to run point guard with, I think that this is going to be one of the more fun builds to use, especially because it's a CATFISH. We get the contact dunks. You're going to be able to hit from deep. We get some really nice shooting badges. Then when it comes down to the playmaking, we're able to ISO, break ankles, we get quick first step on Hall of Fame, and then for the defensive end, with boost equipped, you get a 100 plus steal. Now from here with the takeovers, we get the slashing, also get the shot critting, sharpshooting, and the playmaking. Now for my best interest out of this build, to be able to get a 99 plus driving dunk, first I'm going to go with finishing moves. The second one, I would have to say ankle breaking shots or limitless range. Now it comes down to your own playstyle and personal preference. From here, I'm going to go ahead and get into the breakdown to make sure that we made the build correctly. And from here, as y'all can see, we would get these 3 different comparisons, and together we have created the CATFISH 3-point shot creator build. Now let me know in the comments, what did y'all think about this build? Would you make any changes to it? And have you seen it made similar or exactly the same? But from here, look, I would appreciate it if y'all went ahead and commented down TG. Let me know where you're tuning in from today. But from here, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of what this build looks like maxed out. Now remember, we get a 100 plus driving dunk if you buy finishing boost, as well as have your slashing takeover activated. Now the same thing is going to apply with your sharpshooting takeover. If you did decide to go with the playmaking, same thing here. And all you need to do is buy defensive boost and you'll be able to get a 100 plus steal. Now from here, let's get into the breakdown of these badges. So with the finishing, I'm going to go Silver Giant Slayer for tier 1. Moving on to the next, I went with Fearless Finisher and then Gold Pro Touch. And then for tier 3, Limitless Takeoff with Posterizer. Now I think this is honestly the best setup that we can pick from when it comes down to the finishing. We get the contact dunks, and if you do decide to throw the extra badges into this area, you're going to be able to get 2 of the 3 badges on the max tier, Silver and Gold. But from here, when it comes down to the shooting, I went with Hall of Fame Volume Shooter, Space Creator, as well as Amped. And this really comes down to my own playstyle and preference. If you wanted to go with Deadeye, Blinders, or anything else, you can do so, but I think these 5 badges are going to be the main ones that we should focus on. Now I would go with Green Machine, but again, if you do add the extra badges into the shooting, you're definitely going to be able to equip this badge as well. Now when it comes down to the playmaking, I went with Hyperdrive, Quick First Step, and Implacable for tier 2. Then for tier 3, I like Core, Gold Killer combos with Silver handles for days. Now when it comes down to the playmaking, normally I would go ahead and throw on Hall of Fame Ankle Breaker. I'm telling y'all, this badge gets a lot of animations, but honestly I think this is going to be better to go with when it comes down to this setup. I wanted to be sure that I was able to get Implacable paired up with Hyperdrive, and then we have to go ahead and throw on Quick First Step. And then for tier 3, there's no option. You have to pick either Handles for Days and Killer combos, or you can go with Handles for Days and Clamp Breaker. Now this is all based off of my preference. From here with the defensive end, I go Box Out Beast, Chase Down Artist, and Rebound Chaser. And then for tier 2, Menace on Gold with Workhorse. And then for tier 3, Glove on Gold with Interceptor as well. Now this is going to wrap it up for the defensive end. But I'm telling y'all, look, we're able to hold our own, especially on the inside with Box Out Beast. We even get Rebound Chaser and Chase Down Artist to go with it. But when it comes down to tier 2, I like Menace on Gold. I think this makes a huge difference for on-ball defense. Then when it comes down to Workhorse, I think this is going to be a very special badge as well. And then to wrap it up with tier 3, Glove and Interceptor, I'm telling y'all, if you've used these badges, you already know how overpowered they are. But from here, let me know in the comments, what did y'all think about today's video? Would you make any changes to this build? And again, if you did make it this far to the end, I just want to say thank you so much for your support. And again, man, look, if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And I would appreciate it if everybody went ahead and smashed that like button. But be sure to go ahead and comment down TG for thank God, as well as where you're tuning in from watching today. And I'm telling y'all, I most definitely will be hitting y'all back with a response. But with all that being said, man, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.